starting from bases in Agadez, Walem, and Difa, heading towards Niamey. The departure process to the United States began over the weekend with nearly 1,000 soldiers gathering at Niamey International Airport Squadron Base for their gradual exit. This follows the signing of the withdrawal agreement between the two countries on May 19, officially initiating the process.
More than 269 U.S. personnel out of 946 and several tons of equipment have departed Niger. Thus, the flight of a C-17 Globemaster III of the American Air Forces, which landed on this day, 7 June 2024, at Airbase 101 in Niamey, marks the beginning of a series of flights of large aircrafts for the withdrawal of personnel and equipment in accordance with the agreement of May 19th, 2024.
Greetings, families. I hope you are well. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This video is about Niger. Yes, Nigerians has made it again. They made it. They keep setting this record that, none of these African countries, except in the Sahel, Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, have been setting. U.S. troops have signed an agreement to leave Niger by September, and we are in June, and they are already packing. This weekend, last weekend, they started packing their troops already, and they are leaving. They are moving to the border of Niger. They are packing their troops there. Let's just hope that they leave and they don't go to Benin and come back, and fight them behind the scene. But they are needed in Ukraine now, because most of them are in Ukraine. So Ukraine border waiting for what will happen over there. So they are leaving. Long story short, they decided to leave, which is good. They might come back, but maybe when they are coming back, it will be specific agreement. It will not be the agreement that will be one-sided. These terrorists are almost always there when they were there. Nigerians are doing better. But let's listen to a video I came across, and I'll be back.
From a simulated airport attack.
Zulu, hostage ready to move. Time now.
A very real scenario in the Sahel, home to the world's fastest growing terror groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS. AFRICOM Deputy Commander Lieutenant General John Brennan says it's not only about military training.
We offer things that are meaningful in the long term, sharing democratic values, instilling the rule of law.
But that hasn't worked out so well over the past decade. There have been 11 coups in the Sahel alone, at least 14 of their leaders trained at Flintlock.
We teach them how to protect their forces in combat and conduct successful counterterrorism operations. That has nothing to do with overthrowing a government.
Flintlock has expanded to include maritime training, like rappelling onto a moving warship hijacked by armed.
Yes, they are teaching them democratic value. They are teaching them the rule of law. Yes, Africa, we don't have rule of law, and we don't have democratic values. So that's what they are selling for us. It's not all about training the soldiers to counter terrorism. No. And it's not about them protecting their oil in Nigeria, Mali, and Benin. No, it's not about that. It's about, democratic values. And Russia always give without asking of human rights. And that's why they are all going towards Russia and China, because they don't have democratic values. You know what I mean? They don't have it to teach them. They are all only protecting the government. Let's listen
forces
to more,
in combat and conduct successful counterterrorism operations. That has nothing to do with overthrowing a government.
Flintlock has expanded to include maritime training, like rappelling onto a moving warship hijacked by armed militants. The Sahel runs all the way to the Red Sea, where Houthi militias have launched attacks on U.S. naval vessels.
This annual training operation could not have come at a more crucial time for the U.S. military, as American influence on this continent is in deep decline.
The US is facing stiff competition from both Russia and China, who offer resources with no strings attached. After last year's coup in Niger, more than 1,000 American troops stationed there were ordered to leave by mid-September. Russia has now stepped in to exploit that power vacuum.
They were not there to train them to, have coups and the rest. They were just training them to counter terrorism. But that was a lie. The reason why they were there is to protect their own assets. And we know that now. That's why they were asked to leave. He also mentioned something very, very important. It might be this video or it might be the other one. But he said that when he was asked that now that Russia has taken over the Sahel and many of other African countries and they are losing ground, what do they think? And he said that, you cannot give your children ice cream all the time when they want it. A time will come that you have to give them vegetables. So we wait and see. And then the U.S. ambassador to Ghana also came in. Remember, this lady warned Ghana president about LGBTQ. Because of her warning, well, our president refused to sign that bill up to today. So she was also asked something. Let's listen to them and I'll be back. Thank you so much.
And share an airbase with the US.
Any loss of a partner is concerning, but the numbers of Russians that are in Niamey are pretty statistically insignificant.
But what Russia provides is military muscle in exchange for mineral wealth, with none of those tricky human rights questions, prompting a strong note of caution from America's ambassador to Ghana, Virginia Palmer.
I think it's important that our African partners understand that what the Russians are offering is maybe regime protection. It's certainly not national security.
The US restricts military aid to armies guilty of human rights abuses. But many leaders here accuse America of double standards, withholding aid from some African nations, while Israel is given billions of dollars despite global condemnation of its war in Gaza.
I give credit to CBS News. You heard them. They were saying that what Russia is providing for the Sahel is regime protection. So they are only protecting the regime. They are not doing anything. But we have seen a lot of things that Russia is doing, and we have seen nothing that they are doing. The only thing they are doing there is not telling the truth. What is really, really happening there? That they are protecting their assets and they are not there to protect the people or to get rid of the terrorists. Instead, they were supplying them with weapons and many, many more. So yes, they are now going. It's bitter for them, but they are needed in Ukraine. So they better go to Ukraine or go to Israel. These leaders are not joking. We should learn. African leaders should learn from this. I don't know about you, but for me, what I'm learning from Sahel leaders is Africa can do it. They are not talking, they are not doing the talking, but they are doing it. Then they are showing us how to do it. And the rest of the leaders who are traveling, this summit here, this summit there, even though they are telling us it's enough, they will not be going. If they call them, they will let one person or one leader or couple of leaders to go. They still pack themselves and go for photo opportunities while others are working. Great job, Niger. Great job, Mali, Burkina Faso, and all the countries that want to be liberated. Well done to them. Anyway, if this is your first time, my name is Mamre. Thank you so much for your time. My returning subscribers and my new subscribers, those who are passing by, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. It's free. Thank you. God bless you. If anything come my way, I will share with you. Thank you. I will see you soon. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.